Good morning, Monday morning, heading to Serona now. It's going to be a good day because I have all my meetings back to back at Biga Cafe. Not moving from Biga today. Starting it with a meeting that does teeth whitening technology. Seriously. Joe Kalfa introduced me to them. A couple other meetings, and then meeting Maayan, the spokeswoman from Facebook Israel, who I've collaborated with for many years, never met in person. And another company that was introduced to me via an investor, and just several startup meetings throughout the day. It's going to be a pretty exciting day, all in one place. Pretty convenient. Let's do this. Made it to Tel Aviv, to Serona with 20 minutes to spare. Look at this parking. Look at this parking. Right on the street, right next to Serona. With an inch to spare. Jeremy, what do you do?
I work for a high-tech company.
What company?
Fuld, it's called.
Where you going? Give me
I gotta go to work. I have an interview. I'm interviewing someone.
Oh, you're interviewing someone.
Yeah.
What does the company do?
We do fraud prevention for credit cards.
Oh, I love it.
Transactions.
That's a hot space.
Dude, yesterday or 2 days or 3 days ago was the day, and I just got married.
Oh, congrats, dude.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one. Good to meet you. What's your name again?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, take care, man. Bright and early morning meeting that came from one of my favorite human beings on earth, Joe Kalfa, the one and only. So we were having dinner a couple of nights ago, talking about all kinds of different things, starting to work with some of his companies as an advisor. And then somehow, for the love of God, I don't know how this happened, somehow teeth whitening came up in the conversation. He's like, oh my gosh, there's this tooth whitening company that's revolutionizing this world, can literally whiten your teeth in less than an hour, and it sticks and everything. I'm like, come on, no way. He's like, I'm gonna introduce you to the investor, and here we are. What's your name?
My name's Saul Kaplan. It's great to be with you, Hillel.
By the way, I'm telling you right now, mark my words. This is a kickoff meeting to a very long-lasting relationship. Guaranteed. Not even a question. All right, give me your 30-second spiel. Where are you from? What's your deal?
I made Aliyah from South Africa 5 years ago.
Because I couldn't tell from the accent.
Yeah, you didn't tell that? It's really a privilege. You said the same words earlier. I feel like I'm a kid in the candy store. I get the privilege to work with startups day in and day out. We have a few families from South Africa and a few other countries that are investing in startups, and we're helping them to work with them. I also have a consulting company in Israel called Lumina, and we help startups and bigger companies as well as the government to improve the performance of their people. So we're really just having fun every day, and we have the privilege to do Hashem's work and help companies to go out into the world.
There is nothing better.
Absolutely.
There's nothing better.
Absolutely.
And you said it early in the meeting. You're like, this is the place right now. This is where
right now, right here is the best place in the world to be. There isn't anywhere else.
I actually think right here, Serona, Tel Aviv.
Serona,
I was sitting here the other day, true story, with a group of execs from a multi-billion-dollar German company who said to me, they're here to scout out Israeli technology. I'm like,
amazing.
If I had told you that scenario 80 years ago,
amazing.
You'd have been like, you're on drugs. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
It's amazing.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this teeth whitening company. What's it called?
So Maverick Dental is a really exciting company. We've been invested with them for a few years now. They started in 2012. American dentist Dr. Sanders came out to Israel, made Aliyah, created the company here, has an Israeli R&D team, has been really revolutionizing quite a few things. I mean, it's more like an espresso model where you have this amazing machine that can do multiple treatments. The first treatment they brought to market is the whitening treatment. This treatment is, what's nice about it is you go into the office, you do it once, you leave, you don't have to do all those things at home for weeks and weeks that no one ever does.
50 minutes.
Absolutely. And minimal to zero burning, which is really a big thing for those who've done whitening treatments before.
I need a teeth. Not good.
So the amazing part about this company is that we're in the middle right now of a very large acquisition. A big investment firm buying into the company, hoping to close that deal tomorrow. Actually.
Well, this will be published after tomorrow. So.
Great, fantastic. Yeah. So we'll publish it afterwards.
Big news. By the time this is live, maybe I'll be able to share a link or something to the news. But big news. And yeah, I mean, listen. The bottom line is, as anybody who's ever been on their Facebook feed knows, there's a lot of companies promising this.
Yeah.
But
this is the holy grail.
I mean, I saw a demo. It's bananas.
No, we've been following people for 12 months after their treatments, and I mean, I'm not a dentist. I'm an investor, but it's amazing to see the results. We brought in a whole bunch of dentists when we invested in this company to check it out, and all of them invested themselves. They couldn't believe the technology.
Love it. It's
There's
called
something
Maverick.
special here. Maverick Dental.
M-A-V-R-I-K.
That's right.
Dental.
M-A-V-R-I-K.
Do you
Correct.
happen to know the website by heart?
Yeah, maverickdental.com.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, first of all, honor
I'm
to meet
excited
you.
for your whitening.
Yeah,
we're
me too.
taking Hillel to do a whitening
Love
soon,
it.
so we're going to
Love
see
it.
the
Can't
before and
wait.
after. You can't mess with that.
I'm gonna vlog the whitening. Be the first YouTuber to vlog whitening.
That'll be amazing.
But listen, so number one, super awesome to meet you. Number two, super awesome to try this whitening thing.
Fantastic.
Number three, you're gonna make me a report on me, so I'm very excited to read that.
That's our Lumina business. Great. Thank God, exploding in
By the
Israel.
way,
Very
without talking about, because you can't obviously talk about some of your clients, but you have ridiculous names as clients.
Yeah, we got some amazing
ridiculous.
families, very special people wanting to invest their children's future in Israel, which is really what it's about.
Unbelievable. And listen, most importantly, it's super awesome to meet you. And I think I told you, you're doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff. There's overlap here. Let's figure out how we can help each other. But first, let's figure out how I can help you. Then we'll figure out how we can help each other in the future.
Kiddush Hashem.
All right, man. Listen, dude, you're embarrassing me, man. By the way, if you take the horn out of Israelis' cars, they won't know what to do with their car.
What's amazing about this place is that if, God forbid, there's a terrorist or anything, everyone carries on very well. The second this place snows, rain, falls apart.
All right, man. Fantastic to meet you. Thank you for your time, my friend.
And you.
Looking forward to collaborating. Thanks.
Amen.
Okay. Over the years, I've been fortunate to interview some amazing people. I'm just gonna say it straight out. Mark Andreessen, Steve Wozniak, amazing people. It's true. I'm gonna say right now, you're gonna have to get over it. You've been someone I've wanted to interview for a very long time.
Oh my God.
I'm just telling you, it's the truth. That's the real truth. I really hope the lighting's okay on your face, but okay, all right.
I'm not buying it, by the way.
All right, but it's true. It's true because we've been connected for years. We've been collaborating on all kinds of things. We've been talking. You like I said to you in the beginning, you have one of the most interesting, yet I'll say challenging. You'll probably disagree with that part, but I would say challenging jobs out there. Who are you? What's your name? And what do you do?
So first of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I'm
having
the
me.
one that's fortunate to be sitting here next to you.
Oh, thanks.
It's a very prestigious spot. So my name is Maayan.
I can tell you're a marketer. You see, my ego is like, oh, come on.
But it's true. So my name is Maayan Selig. I'm head of comms for Israel. What it means
Facebook Israel, I forgot
for
to mention.
Facebook in
Smoke.
Israel, of course, that goes without saying.
Right.
So yeah, Facebook is a family of apps, meaning Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp, and that's basically it.
I'm just gonna say one thing. Like people know that, right? People know that Facebook owns Messenger. People know that.
I hope so. That's our job to make sure you know it.
But I don't think people understand the sheer scale of the Facebook ecosystem. And I'm calling it an ecosystem for a reason because it's not a platform. It's definitely not a website. It's a full-blown ecosystem, the likes of which, in terms of scale, the world has never known. I mean, we're talking about, just give me a rough number. I know the numbers are out there. I don't know if you know them by heart, but like we're talking billions and billions.
Yes. We're talking about billions of people using all of our platforms every month.
It's
incredible.
I'm putting you on the spot. If you say no, I'll edit this part. Do you know the actual monthly active users of just Facebook alone by heart?
Of course.
Of course you do.
Should I tell you?
Yeah.
It's 2.43 as for the last quarter.
2.43 billion people. How many people are in the world? 8,
You
9?
caught me here. I have no idea.
I mean, we're talking about literally a quarter of the world.
Yes.
There's never been anything ever at that scale. Now, the truth is, we're gonna get the elephant out of the room. That comes with tremendous, astronomical responsibility.
Of course.
You're the forefront of that responsibility. What is it like to be? What's your official title?
It's head of communications.
What is it like to be the head of communications at Facebook Israel, by the way, which, despite our microscopic size on the map, is obviously not only from a, let's call it, technological perspective, because we'll talk about what Facebook does here in Israel, but also from a geopolitical, like we're at the center of it all.
Right.
So I really do believe this. I know you're going to be like, okay, Hillel, now you're exaggerating, but I really do fundamentally believe, like in the entire world of Facebook, you're like literally at the top, the cream of the crop in terms of importance and significance of your role.
Oh my God.
You're at the top.
I just benefited massively from this interview. Just hearing this complicated, because I'm usually getting yelled at most of the day.
Can I just say one thing? You could tell me again. I know this is super sensitive, but like just the past week alone, you probably didn't sleep very much.
I hardly ever sleep.
This week, specifically because I'm assuming all of you saw the Sasha video. You're the front of that. Like people, I'm assuming your phone is ringing off the hook, and like you need to be the first. It can't be easy.
It can be easy, but I have to say, I honestly think it's the best job in the world.
Okay, tell me more.
So our job is basically divided into two. On one hand, yes, responsibility for sure. We have to show up. We have to give answers. We have to talk to people and make sure they understand why we're doing stuff, why are we doing different things, why are we saying different things, how do we communicate ourselves, and how do we tell our stories. It's the same for every other company, by the way. It doesn't change that massively.
Right. Except at scale.
Exactly, except from the scale. And I think that's the hard part about it. Because when you have like 20 reporters a day calling you asking for comments, you have to choose your battles. You're just one person in the market.
It's truly unbeliable. But I want to talk about you for 1 second. May I? Sorry to interrupt you.
Please, please.
I know that you're super, like, I'm honestly honored that you spent the time even talking to me today. So I want to optimize this interview because I know you have very little time and you're late to your next meeting. So we'll do it real quick. Who is Maayan? What is your background in like 30 seconds? Because you could talk, I mean, you have an insane background. So give me like the 30-second elevator pitch.
Okay, so I started working for Channel 2 News when I was 23. I used to be assistant of a producer, of not even the chief producer. So I was basically running with tapes. I worked at Ma'ariv newspaper, which is a daily newspaper.
One of the biggest in the country.
Yes, one of the top 4. It used to be one of the top 4, by the way. And as a news editor, I worked for Keshet as a head of comms, and then I switched, moved to the government, worked with the Minister of Transportation and Intelligence, Israel Katz, for 4 years. Moved to Philip Morris, did that for 1 year and 2 months, and then voila, that's it. Facebook, definitely.
Like, what a journey. It's unbelievable. You've covered all your bases.
The best journey in the world.
I mean, first of all, you seem like you're having the best time, and I think we have that in common. Like, we wake up, we're living the dream, honestly. I mean, it's amazing. What is your day like? Like, walk me through when do you wake up in the morning? Do you sleep?
I do. I wake up kind of late, to be honest.
Really?
As a person with no kids,
Ask me when I woke up this morning.
When did you wake up this morning?
3 o'clock in the morning.
No way.
Promise.
That's not in the morning.
Every morning I wake up.
I go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so that's it. I went to sleep at 11:30, woke up at 3, been working straight since 3 o'clock. Literally, every day. Yeah, it's still crazy. No, but here's the thing, right, Maayan? It's not work.
It's not work.
We're having the best
fun.
time.
Yes.
We're kidding the candy store.
That's why I always tell my manager, it's so hard to say no to things. Because when Hillel comes and says, let's do a project together, how can I say no to that, right?
Thank you. It's true. You never say no. That's the truth.
How can you? Because we really love what we do and we want to do it every waking moment of the day.
100%.
But my manager is right. We have to make sure we stop at some point.
Prioritize. You got to prioritize.
Because the both of us, even if we'll work for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, work will never end.
It will never end, right? 100%. By the way, well said, well said. Okay, so you wake up, give me like a 9:30 when you wake up?
I wake up at like 7:30, 8,
that's
and
not
then
late.
I get to work at like 10:30, and I leave, who knows, whenever. It can be 11,
Late?
yeah, it can be 8 p.m., it can be 10 p.m.,
Yes, I
depends
can't
on
do that.
events.
No, I can't do that. My brain starts
Yeah.
to fry at like
Also,
6.
your wife will probably
That's
won't.
true. That's true too. Okay, so you literally are in the office till 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock? Oh,
Basically.
Wow, that's we gotta fix that.
No, but it's fun. We have a small community at Facebook. We
Right.
work together with friends.
Also, the most awesome office ever.
Ever.
Okay, so let's talk for 1 second about the impact. Okay, so we know the scale, but like, you know, when I speak globally about the multinationals in Israel, what I say is always, not only are all the multinationals here, but they're all building core elements of their experience here. So, you know, when I unlock my iPhone, that's PrimeSense, that's an Israeli company. You know, Microsoft Venture started here. When it comes to Facebook, that's literally the punchline, because what you guys are doing here, among many other things, and you tell me if I'm allowed to talk about this, maybe I'm not. Am I allowed to talk about Facebook Lite?
Please, of course.
Facebook Lite. I mean, you don't get more impactful than that, right? Facebook being the dominant platform on the internet, ecosystem on the internet, there are people in emerging markets that don't have broadband like we have. How do they access? So Facebook has built Facebook Lite for those people. That's being developed 30 seconds from here.
Exactly. So we sit here in Sarona, and our engineering tech hub is right across the street. And yes, we have the best engineers working on one of the coolest products. And I think one of the most interesting things about it, a lot of the people in Israel work on cool products, right? But when you work for Facebook and when you work on Facebook Lite, you have hundreds of millions of people using your products.
Nothing like that.
And
no one else has that.
Yeah, you have like 60 engineers working on one product that's been used by millions.
Unbelievable.
And it's really, that's impact.
You're touching the lives of millions of people.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Now, tell me again, I know I keep saying this, I'm going to be sensitive because, again, usually if I would be interviewing an executive from Facebook, I would have to get Maayan's approval. So I don't know who I'm going to send to get this approval, but let's talk for 1 second about the elephant, right? Like, because honestly, you almost made me cry in this meeting. Like, you told me an amazing story. I know you probably can't talk about that, but tell me, like, your thoughts about the Sasha video, if you can, unless you don't want to.
Of course I want to. Sasha, I think I'll have to say, for me, it was a very hard moment to watch that speech.
Yep.
I, as a Jewish person, as an Israeli, to hear Sasha, which I love and admire, speak harshly the way he did about the company that I love and am very proud of, it was a very difficult moment. I have to say that I think criticism is very important, especially around these topics, because I don't feel like we hear it enough, and I think that type of criticism will get us do better and improve, honestly. And
Love it.
So please, I mean, we need the feedback and we need the criticism. I think what is very important to say is that, on contrary to what Sasha was saying, when it comes to the Holocaust, we do not allow any praising of the Holocaust, mocking of the Holocaust, calling for a second Holocaust. That's forbidden.
Denial?
And denial is a different story.
Okay.
Denial is very different because it changes from different countries. So in Israel, denial is against the policy because it's against the law.
Right.
Same in Germany.
Interesting.
But in the US and in England, it is allowed because the regulators have talked about it and decided that it's something that is allowed
So you
according
comply
to the law.
with country regulations?
When it comes to the Holocaust denial, yes.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, listen, the bottom line is like this. I'm gonna put words in your mouth because I know that this is what you said to me before, and I know this. At the end of the day, you said anti-Semitism is morphing all the time. It's taking new shape. And at the end of the day, this is a company, like we said before, at massive scale. There are going to be things that fall between the cracks, but there is no denying, and I know this, by the way, personally, literally on a personal level, which I can talk about. I've had impersonations, I've had tons of abuse on all the platforms, but also on Facebook, and I know that my friends at Facebook, many of whom work with you, and have stepped up to the plate right away, whether it was the verification, whatever it may be. Like, there are things, this is deeply important to you. Yes, there are things that fall between the cracks, but does Facebook care? 100%. And when people send me every single day, look, Facebook did this, they're so horrible, and Facebook's funding our enemies with the UN thing. Stop it. Facebook is not an anti-Semitic organization. Mark Zuckerberg's not an anti-Semite. This is a company that is working around the clock 24/7 to get rid of the hate on their platform. Will things fall between the cracks? Yes, because it is a scale the likes of which the world has never known. But I know, both from Maayan and I'm, by the way, full disclosure, no affiliation besides the fact that I love Maayan. Like, I have zero, I'm not on payroll yet. Maybe we should work on that. I'm just kidding. No, like, I have zero interest to be saying this other than I'm an active, Facebook ecosystem user on Facebook and Instagram and all these places. This is a company that deeply, deeply cares about this issue. They work tirelessly on it and to solve it, and things are going to fall between the cracks at that scale. But to jump from, look, there's anti-Semitism on the platform, therefore Facebook doesn't care, is a leap that, in my opinion, is just unfounded.
Oh, that well said.
Thank you.
And thank you for that. I think people need to understand that the world constantly changing.
Right.
And the content is always changing. And hate speech is changing. So we have to keep up. And it's not that easy of a task when you speak in that kind of scale,
yeah,
right?
100%.
So we learn all the time, and we work with Jewish organizations all around the world to make sure we understand the different forms of hate speech.
I want to tell you something else, and then I'll have a call to action here at the end. But I want to say one other thing. On a personal level, I've had probably hundreds of people reach out to me personally and say, look, this is what happened to me. I was targeted, I was attacked, I was hacked, I was this, and I have sent to Jordana, the head of policy at Facebook. That's her title.
Fabulous, Jordana. Yes.
The best. Absolutely in love with her. She's amazing. My wife's watching, in a professional way.
She's married.
She's amazing. Jordana's amazing. By the way, I went to college with her husband. But anyway, that's my ADD in action. But I've sent Jordana hundreds of complaints over the years, and she gets on it immediately. And she's literally, reinstated someone's Instagram who was kicked off the platform by mistake many, many, many times. Yesterday I sent her one. Not kidding. So that's Jordana, but that's Jordana's as the head of policy, a manifestation of Facebook's mentality is that you guys are you're doing what you think is right.
And you have to understand one. It's not our job.
Right.
We do it because we care.
Well said.
We don't want to ignore anything.
Love it.
We do it, it's our night job. To fix stuff is our night job.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I know you have to go. If someone wants to learn more about Maayan, or about Facebook Israel, or about Facebook, where do people learn more? How do people follow you? Where do people understand more? Because it's a heated topic people care about, rightfully so. How do people learn about this stuff? Where's the best place to follow you, for example?
So obviously I'm on Facebook, Instagram, not on TikTok yet.
We'll work on that. I just downloaded TikTok the other day, I'm totally confused. What's your Instagram handle?
Maayansa, Maayansa.
Beautiful. I think I should be following you. If not, I'll fix that right now. And on Facebook, it's Maayan Selig.
Yes.
Okay, so listen, obviously.
Ask me anything, please.
Well,
I'm eager to hear.
I don't know if you want to put that out there, but
no, I do.
If you actually have a concern, here's an offer right now. If you have a concern, honestly, like a genuine, legitimate concern about Facebook's policy or thoughts on this topic, and you really want to get an executive's, perspective on it, send me an email, hillsfuld@gmail if you don't have my email by now, and I will literally get it to the right hands, and you will get your answer. Because I know, again, on a personal level, because I've experienced it, this team deeply cares about this issue. Not only, by the way, as Jews and as Israelis, but as Facebook. an organization, period, full stop, across the whole organization.
We try
Maayan,
to do good. We try to do good every day.
Maayan, I have one last thing to say to you.
Please.
We will not wait another 5 years to have a cup of coffee.
Please.
Like, seriously.
Promise me.
I'm like so energized right now. It's amazing. I'm a huge
Thank you
fan.
so
Keep
much.
doing what you're doing. You're doing incredible work. And it goes without saying, that's like, I keep saying that's the funniest expression, goes without saying. You know why? Because it always follows with me saying it. Goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it. Anything, and I said this to you, but I'm gonna say it on camera so that it's on the record. Anything that I can do in any way, shape, or form, I mean it. To help you, Adi, get me an interview with her. Adi's the general manager of Facebook Israel. She's a rock star of unbelievable
Jeez.
proportions.
Yes.
Anything I can do to help in any way, shape, or form, like literally don't even ask. Send me like a boom, it will be done. End of
Goes
story.
both ways.
Done. All I want, what do I want?
Swag from Instagram.
That's what I'm talking about. Maayan, get to your next meeting. It was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is my 8th meeting, I think, of the day in this place. Literally haven't moved all day. Over the years, several companies were introduced to me via good connections. I think this is the first time ever that literally 3 people in the span of 1 month have said to me, you need to know about this company. Literally 3 people. Barak said it to me. Who's the second person that said it to me? I don't even know. You guys reached out.
Scott.
Scott reached out. There you go. I'm losing my mind. That's too much. Too little caffeine. 3 people in 1 month. Unbelievable. So I knew, given the caliber of the people that told me I need to meet you guys, that there's something unique here. But little did I know. So what's your name?
Eran.
Eran. What's your role in the organization?
Co-founder and executive chairman.
Okay. So clearx.io is the domain, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me try to dumb this down without using the B word.
Okay.
We'll get the B word in a second. We'll talk about the B word in a second. But the bottom line is like this. Contracts. Contract. When I say that word, contract, what do you think? You know what I think? I think dinosaurs. I think primitive, archaic, inefficient processes. That's what I think. And I deal with it every single day. Someone sends me a contract, I need to sign it, send it back to them, send it like what? Everything else has evolved. We have supercomputers in our pockets and we're behaving like it's 1920. It has not evolved. Now, that's cute when you're Hillel Fuld. But when you're an enterprise, when you're a telco, like if I'm roaming right now, I need my telco here to communicate with my telco there, have this, forget about it. Like we're talking like super duper broken. Now, there's this new thing, the B word, let's call it Internet 2.0. I don't want to use Internet 2.0, Internet 3.0. The Internet created an interconnectivity, this network across the world. Blockchain, the B word, is now doing that with a new form of connectivity, okay? You guys are using blockchain to bring contracts, specifically now focused on telcos in the 21st century. How'd I do?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
All right, optimize it for me. Tell me more.
Yeah, so in general, when we looked at how businesses are, like B2B commerce is being done and businesses are working together,
right?
We've seen that just if you look on the payment aspect of things and just on cross-border, this is very, very costly. It's about $140 billion just in 2018 that was costing organizations just to move money cross-border between each other.
That's absurd.
And this is just the last part in the process of setting up a contract, agreeing, making the negotiation, agreeing, signing, and then managing this each month. So each month there is a group getting an invoice. They need to read the invoice, validate that the invoice is actually charging on what they used. If this is working, okay, this is cool, but a lot of the time it's not the right thing, and then they start disputing. So they send emails to each other with different Excels and CSV files, highlighting in yellow this stuff. It takes forever, and then once they finally agree on that and resolve the dispute, then they go and they send the money using this old banking system that is very, very slow.
Ridiculous. It's broken.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does this, I know this is super complicated and highly sophisticated technology, but if my grandmother's watching, she's not, she's dead. But if she were watching, how would you explain what ClearX, what we call it Clear, not ClearX, right?
Clear, yeah.
Clear. What does Clear do? Oh, you know there's an Israeli company called Clear, with K? Clear. You know that?
No.
In the influence, there's 3 brothers in Haifa, Clear, Clear.com with a K. That's influencer marketing, a platform for influencer marketing. By the way, what actress did I tell you follows me on Twitter?
Tony's daughter.
Alyssa Milano, right?
Alyssa Milano.
Let me show you something. So just so you don't think I'm BSing you, in my favorite, on my iPhone, I have a graphic here, hold on, of how this company, Clear.com, launched. That was my tweet about them. first 1,000 visitors, tech news reporters. Alyssa Milano tweeted it, and that's how they launched their company, from one tweet.
Wow.
That's clear.com, by the way.
Wow.
I'm just saying it's the same name, but anyway. Okay, so you guys are called Clear. Your domain is ClearX, but okay, we have to talk about that from a branding perspective. Topic for another time. But give me like the super simple, dumbed down version of what you do.
We allow taking the paper contracts, putting them as algorithms, and allowing both sides to connect all their systems, so the contracts calculate themselves how much each party needs to pay to the other one, agreeing between themselves, so no people are needed, and then sending the payment. All done automatically, super fast, reducing all this overhead of people, making the transfer super fast and cheap.
Okay, so because of the nature of the beast, we can't talk about what I'm about to say, because although this is going to be published after that, but I'm going to leave it out. Let's just say this. Big news coming? Can we say that?
Yeah.
Like colossal news coming. Like humongous news coming. Like unbelievable. Bottom line is, listen, I told you before, and I've said it before in the vlog, like I haven't gone near blockchain because it's very hard for me to differentiate what's legit and what's not legit, like the early days of the internet. But clearly, given your background, given, you know, the investors in the company, which I can't talk about right now, given the people that sent you to me, this is as legit as it gets. So anything I can do to help, that's the bottom line. You know, like we talked a lot about ownership and about emotion. There's a lot of different things we talked about. Just kind of tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to do, but hopefully, you know, you guys will own the space, because someone has to own it, and someone has to make sense of it all. Like when I say blockchain, nobody knows. Like it's like one of these buzzwords. Very few people really understand what that means and how it impacts my life and how it makes the world a better place. Right? They think blockchain, they think crypto. Not the same thing. Comparing blockchain to crypto is kind of comparing the internet to like Forex. How was that? That was
very good. Very good.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was good.
Holy smokes! I'm gonna trademark that. That was really freaking good. Like, yeah, Forex is dirty, but the internet's not dirty. Blockchain is the greatest thing ever, potentially. Crypto happens to have a little shady stuff going on.
Yeah.
Not the same thing. But that's a misconception. Anyway, bro, you're gonna let me know how I can help. Great to finally meet you. Good news. Very excited to announce soon the news. But beyond that, listen, anything I can do to help you, let me know.
Perfect.
Sweet. Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you.
Thanks. What a crazy day. Holy hell. Unbelievable people. Yet again, crazy people in this ecosystem. What a day. See you tomorrow.